So I play a lot of sniper, but I've never really used the Sydney Sleeper. I've used every other rifle at some point or another, but not that one. And that's because I have no idea how to use it or if I should even consider it over any of the other sniper rifles. So I decided to give the Sydney Sleeper a shot to see how good it really is. And I'm left with one question. Why does the Sydney Sleeper even exist? But first, a word from TF2 Chill Zone. First, the weapon stats. The Sydney Sleeper charges 25% faster than the stock sniper rifle. When scoped, it will apply Girardi on hit. The duration of the Girardi effect is based on the rifle's charge level and ranges from 2 to 5 seconds. It also has no random critical hits and cannot headshot. But what if it could? The Sydney Sleeper, should you hit a headshot while scoped, will deal mini crit damage and reduce the remaining cooldown of Girardi by 1 second. So technically, you can headshot with the Sydney Sleeper, but it will deal mini crit damage instead of full crits like the rest of the sniper rifles. And that's all for the Sydney Sleeper stats. Yeah, that's it. On paper, this weapon is just bad. It deals a pitiful amount of damage, Girardi's enemy players for less time than the actual Girardi, and while it technically can headshot players, it deals significantly less damage than every other sniper rifle. Why should I even use it? As a decent sniper, I know that how fast you can aim is often a deciding factor in whether you get the kill or die miserably. Being able to aim headshots consistently is important, but if you don't aim and shoot faster than the other sniper across the map, you're going to get destroyed. The Sydney Sleeper throws all of that out the window and forces you to fully charge all of your shots to kill any full health class. Even a headshot will only deal 68 damage to your enemy, by which point they're probably running out of your sightline spamming their E key. Compare that to the stock sniper rifle, which deals 150 for an uncharged headshot, and is capable of killing 5 of the 9 classes, assuming they aren't overhealed. Now, what about the Girardi mechanic? The Sydney Sleeper can Girardi enemies too. Well, the longest possible duration of the effect is 5 seconds, and since the Sydney Sleeper deals mini crits on headshot anyway, this doesn't mean much for the sniper. The Girardi effect helps the rest of your team, assuming you're actually coordinating with them. But if you're just in a random casual game, good luck with that one. There is a use for the Sydney Sleeper that I've neglected to mention until now. While scoped, you can extinguish burning teammates by shooting them. It's a nice feature to have, but it comes into play so rarely that it doesn't even matter. And when it does come into play, it barely functions. Half the time when I shoot a burning teammate, it doesn't do anything. And by the way, the reason I didn't mention this mechanic until now is because it isn't even listed in the weapon stats. So is the Sydney Sleeper any good? No. No, it isn't. It's just a neutered version of the stock sniper rifle. The faster charge time does negate the fact that you'll be fully charging all the time, but the pitiful damage that the weapon deals makes it incredibly difficult to use. It deals 150 on a fully charged body shot, but the maximum damage output of the Sydney Sleeper is 203 if you fully charge and hit a headshot. So if you want to get the most out of this weapon, which isn't that much, you'll want to hit headshots, and at that point, if you're hitting headshots anyway, you might as well use any of the other sniper rifles. Except maybe the Classic, but we don't talk about that. Actually, no. Fuck it. The Classic is a better weapon than the Sydney Sleeper. Hands down. No contest. The Classic, despite forcing you to fully charge if you want to hit headshots, still deals the full 450 damage on headshot. The Sydney Sleeper not only forces you to fully charge and hit headshots to use the weapon as an effective damage dealer, but it only deals 203 damage if you hit the headshot. What a letdown. Maybe I'm being a bit too hard on the Sydney Sleeper. After all, it's supposed to be used for body shots, so fully charging every shot isn't that unusual if you're primarily hitting body shots. But in that case, the Machina does it better. The Machina deals 173 damage on body shot, which brings it damn close to killing 2 more classes with 1 body shot. Of course, the Pyro and Demo Man both have 175 health, not 173, and there are several factors that could alter either class's health or effective health, such as the Power Jack for Pyro and Demo Knight TF2. but under most circumstances, both classes will be left at 2 health after a body shot. And if you're in a busy casual game, they'll be quickly picked off by the rest of your team if they were at full health when you shot them, which makes the Machina a much better option for body shotting than the Sydney Sleeper. Even then, you can still hit headshots with the Machina. You can still kill any player instantly with a fully charged headshot. All in all, I do not recommend that any player use the Sydney Sleeper over the stock sniper rifle, or any of the other rifles for that matter. If your team is being harassed by a large group of pyros, then the Sydney Sleeper might be a good option to help them stay alive, if the extinguishing mechanic actually works. Otherwise, if you want to help your team by killing things, you should stick with any of the other rifles. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and watching some of my other videos. If you have any ideas for future videos, feel free to leave them in the comments. I read everyone, and I really appreciate your input. Thank you.